And we start with some developing news now out of Paris. Police have shot and wounded a man outside the iconic Notre Dame cathedral. The man attacked an officer with a hammer and the policeman responded by shooting him. He reportedly cried, "It's for Syria." Eyewitnesses say the incident caused panic at the cathedral, which is one of the city's most popular tourist spots. The area around the cathedral has been closed off and the police earlier urged people to stay away. It's not clear whether the man acted alone or what the motivation was for the attack. But France has been under a state of emergency since the 2015 Paris attacks that left 130 people dead. Well, let's get you a quick update on that story now. I'm joined live from Paris by CGTN's Kate Parkinson. Kate, certainly a worrying incident. Just talk us through what happened today.
Well, the incident is now over. It all happened very quickly, actually. The suspect, we're told, was at the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, a very busy area, very popular with tourists. He reportedly pulled a hammer out of his backpack and started attacking a police officer who was on duty outside the cathedral. The officer is described as having minor injuries. The attacker, well, he was shot in the chest and has now been taken to hospital. One eyewitness, an American tourist, described how he was about to go into the cathedral when he heard a commotion, then he heard gunshots, and he turned around and he saw the assailant on the ground. Others were tweeting that they were trapped inside the cathedral and could hear sirens outside. Now, according to the Interior Ministry, as you just said, the attacker reportedly shouted, "This is for Syria," during the assault. Certainly, officers are describing this as a terror incident and anti-terror prosecutors have opened an investigation.
As we know, of course, Paris is already on high alert. So, Kate, just how concerned are Parisians this evening following the London attacks that recently took place?
We have to be a little bit careful what we say here. Certainly, a lot of Londoners were not too happy with some of the headlines describing the city as reeling from the recent terror attacks that we've seen in the UK. And I have to say, it's a pretty similar situation here in Paris. This is a very big city with lots of people. Some people are nervous about the terror threat. Of course, some people are afraid. That's understandable. There has been a recent uptick in terror-related incidents here in Europe, and that is extremely alarming. But for many other people, there's a real sense of determination that the threat of the attacks is not going to dominate their lives. And of course, people in Paris have become, sadly, very used to these kind of incidents. France has been under a state of emergency for 18 months now, ever since that deadly terror attack here back in November 2015 when 130 people were killed here in the French capital.
Well, thank you so much for that update. Kate Parkinson live for us there in Paris on that incident outside the Notre Dame.